Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Consultation Authority of the GCC Supreme Council discusses strengthening agricultural and livestock projects. The Capital Market Authority issues a guideline that ensures the quality of insurance services rendered to its clients. The Central Bank of Oman allots treasury bills amounted to 30 million Omani riyals. Live from the news center of the Sultanate of Oman television, here we present to you tonight's news bulletin. And now the details. The Consultation Authority of the Supreme Council of the GCC countries discussed in Muscat visions of the committee tasked to prepare a comprehensive strategy for environment cooperation among GCC countries. The committee indicated to the increasing rate of maritime pollution level at the GCC countries. The meeting discussed productivity of the GCC citizens and boosting the private sector role in agricultural and livestock projects. The meeting also reviewed a number of topics suggested to be forwarded to the 20th round due to be held in Riyadh. Their Excellencies, the Ministers of Education of Member States of Arab Education Office for Gulf Cooperation Council countries discussed the second phase of the strategy for the upcoming financial round in addition to the office's budget and its joint educational work mechanism. The members of the office reviewed in their 24th conference in Riyadh a report on the works of the council in the last 2 years and a report in the implementation of the first phase of the office's strategy 2015-2020. The office honored former members in the conference and its executive office through an exhibition for the office's publications organized on the sideline of the conference. The Sultanate's delegation to the conference was chaired by Her Excellency Dr. Madiha bint Ahmed al-Shaybaniya, Minister of Education. Insurance services in the Sultanate has witnessed a great expansion in various governorates and wilayas of the Sultanate through many insurance companies, brokers and agents. To keep pace of this expansion in the sector, the Capital Market Authority issued a guideline that ensures the quality of insurance services rendered to insurance clients and where competitiveness among companies working in the field. The guideline identities the quality standards for the insurance services. It also aims to assess the provided services and work to improve it continuously in a way that keep pace of development being witnessed by the insurance sector in the Sultanate. The guideline also outlines the company's commitments to implement these standards and urges them to activate communication channels between the communities and the clients through various social media to respond to their inquiries and complaints. Invest in Oman Forum, which concluded its works today, discussed investment opportunities and projects in the field of food security. A number of investors' experiences from the private sector in the field of pisciculture were reviewed. The forum also dwelt on investment opportunities and projects in tourism, health, education and logistic fields. It also emphasized on the importance of focusing on mining and industry sectors to strengthen the national income resources. Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry held a ceremony to distribute the Chamber's awards to researchers and economics studies of male or students and of male and female students of higher education institutions. The award aims at stimulating scientific research environment and improving scientific skills of the participants in addition to finding solutions and suggestions to various challenges facing the private sector and national economy. The first place of the prize went to the research presented by Rustaq College of Applied Sciences. The second place went to Ash-Sharqiyya University Research, while the third place went to the research presented by Sultan Qaboos University. Analyzing obstacles and suggesting solutions are the most important goals of the second week of Tanfeed program, the program in which experts and specialists from government and private authorities are taking part works on communicating with experts in all current sectors being focused upon at the current phase of the program.
The government plans to continue to contribute in achieving economic diversity through encountering challenges and difficulties facing governments and private authorities in order to achieve goals of the 9th Five-Year Development Plan 2016-2020. For the second consecutive week, Tanfeed program continues gathering participating cadres from different government and private bodies. Participants are looking forward to analyze obstacles and suggesting solutions for the different economic sectors and to communicate with experts in all sectors.
So far with our 3 days, we have made a lot of progress, there are a lot of challenges, and we can see that there are a lot of passion with everybody in the team to try and get this right. There are a lot of quick wins that we have identified already. And it's really promising. I think by the end of our 6 weeks, we should be able to come up with a lot of proposals and a lot of opportunities.
The first week of Tanfeed was on the right track, with the participation of all categories where the attendees exceeded the expected number of each sector, of the currently being focused upon in the current phase mainly tourism, transport and logistics, transformative industries, innovative financing and labor market. Decision makers were able to view hindrances at those sectors. Tanfeed is a step towards accelerating the pace of implementation of the plans and discussing the hindered projects in the previous 5-year plan to open the way to solve the challenges and obstacles and to confirm their implementation without delay.
Reports read by Suleiman Al-Buhri. The Ministry of Housing awarded new projects worth more than 9 million Omani riyals. The ministry as well as awarded the tender for completing the works of constructing 229 residential units along with paving the internal roads and installing street lighting poles of Al-Batina Coastal Road projects in the wilayas of Al-Khabura and Suhar in the Governorate of North Al-Batina. The meeting was presided over by His Excellency Engineer Saif bin Amr Al-Shakhsi and the Secretary of the Ministry of Housing. 3 agreements were signed at the Omani Product Exhibition 2016 in the Iranian capital city of Tehran. The first agreement was signed between Webware Company and the Iranian Farah Coaster Company. The second agreement was signed between Al Sulaimi Group Holding and Mass International Company. The third one was between Arij Vegetable Oils and Derivatives. The agreement aims at distributions of main types of oil produced by Arij to Iran and to its neighboring countries. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and still to come in our news bulletin. The Royal Opera House hosts Shakespeare's in Omani Eyes exhibition. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, received in his office here today Roberta Pinotti, Minister of Defense in the Republic of Italy, and her accompanying delegation within the framework of her current visit to the Sultanate. The Ministry of the Royal Office welcomed the guest, who expressed her delight to visit the Sultanate. The meeting exchanged cordial conversations and discussed a number of topics of interest to the two friendly countries. The meeting also reviewed the good bilateral relations binding the Sultanate and the friendly Republic of Italy. In order to embody fields of cooperation and joint military training between the Sultanate and Italy, the joint Omani-Italian military exercise Jabal Shams 1 was conducted today. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud bin Harb al-Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, and Her Excellency Roberta Pinotti, Minister of Defense of Italy, attended the exercise, which took place at the Combat Training Unit in Jabal al-Akhdar. Specialized units from the Royal Army of Oman and the Italian Army are taking in this exercise meant to exchange expertise on tactical operations in mountainous areas. His Excellency Mohammed bin Nasser al-Rasbi, Secretary General of the Ministry of Defense, met in his office at Muaskar al-Murtafa today a delegation of the Parliamentary Assembly of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization led by Ovid Haliraka. The two sides exchanged viewpoints and discussed several issues of common concern between the two sides. Major General Salim bin Musallam bin Ali Qatn, commander of the National Defense College, received at the premises of the college in Beit al-Falaj camp the NATO Parliamentary Assembly delegation. During the meeting, they exchanged cordial talks and were briefed about the college. It was attended by Brigadier Deputy Assistant of the college commander and the guidance staff at the college. The second meeting of the main committee of the Traffic Safety Competition 2016 was held. It dealt with the mechanism of upgrading the competition through the evaluation form and the observations made by members of the committee during the period of the competition in its second edition and the media plan for the third edition of the competition. It aims to boost traffic safety, to prevent traffic accidents, and to involve government and private bodies and individuals of the society to cooperate and work on spreading traffic awareness, and to urge public organizations and the private sector to carry out projects meant to serve traffic safety. A tender of government treasury bill issue number 15 was held at the Central Bank of Oman CBO. The total value of the allotted treasury bills amounted to 30 million Omani Rials for a maturity period of 28 days from 28th September until 26 October 2016. The average accepted price reached 99.961 for every 100 Rials, while the minimum accepted price arrived at 99.960 per 100 Rials. The interest rate on the repurchase facilities repo operations with CBO is 1.024% of the period from 27th September to 3rd of October. Treasury bills are short-term, highly secured financial instruments issued by the CBO on behalf of the government, which helps the licensed commercial banks to gainfully invest their surplus funds, which added advantage of ready liquidity through discounting and repo offered by the central bank. Haya Water Company unveiled its new projects, which include wastewater networks and increasing the number of water treatment plants in most of the Sultanate's governorates. The company affirmed that its project is considered the biggest in the region in terms of network length and the number of connection units. Its officials also said in a press conference that big part of wastewater network in the governorate of Muscat was accomplished, including the 82 kilometers long network that that connects areas of the Wilaya of Bosher. This network serves more than 1,600 residential units, government and commercial establishments. The company's assets in the governorate of Muscat amounted to around 460 million Omani Riyals. In another governorate of the Sultanate, the company pointed out that the number of water treatment plants reached to 57, connected with drainage networks that extended to more than 700 kilometers. New project will be inaugurated by the end of this month that include fiber optic networks. Specialists in the company said that the projects are moving forward despite geographical and topography challenges and increasing population expansion in the Sultanate. In order to increase the value added for higher water products, the company affirmed that it intends to increase compost fertilizer production being produced in its factory to meet consumer demand due to its high quality. Stemming from its civilizational role, the Royal Opera House Muscat hosted an exhibition under the theme Shakespeare's in Omani Eyes. The event coincides with global marking of the 400-year anniversary of the death of the famous English writer William Shakespeare. The exhibition includes 28 artwork for 14 Omani fine artists. The displayed works are inspired by Shakespeare's works. The inauguration ceremony of the exhibition was presided over by His Highness Sayyid Kamil bin Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said. A delegation of the Parliamentary Assembly of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, led by the Ovid Haliraka, today paid a visit to the Wilaya of Nakhal in the Governorate of South Al-Batina. Members of the delegation were received upon their arrival at Nakhal Castle by Mohammed bin Sulaiman Al-Kindi, member of the Majlis Shura, representative of the Wilaya of Nakhal, who briefed them about history of the Wilaya and its castle. They also toured Ain al-Thawara and viewed the tourism and natural attractions in the Wilaya. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Partly cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with cloud accumulation and scattered rainfall over the Hajar Mountains. Winds will be northeasterly light to moderate over the coastal of the Sea of Oman, while on the rest of coast it will be southeasterly to southerly light to moderate. Seas will be moderate along the coast of the Arabian Sea with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. Rest of the coast it will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Consultation Authority of the GCC Supreme Council discusses strengthening of agricultural and livestock projects. The Capital Market Authority issues a guideline that ensures the quality of insurance services rendered to its clients. And the Central Bank of Oman allots treasury bills amounted to 30 million Omani riyals. And with that, we come to an end of tonight's news bulletin. From the entire news team here in the news center of the Sultanate of Oman Television, we do thank you for joining us. Wish you a pleasant evening and good night.